Welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast with Jacob Ayers, providing actionable content to help you along your journey to financial freedom through real estate investing. As the premier asset class, real estate has helped ordinary people just like you amass fortunes. The benefits of passive income from real estate investing will allow you to live a life you want. And now your host, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and apartment deal syndicator, Jacob Ayers.
Hi, and welcome to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, episode 94. You're listening to Friday Fundamentals with your host, Jacob Ayers. Well, hey, thanks so much for tuning in to yet another episode. I'm so glad you're here. But I realize you're here for you and not me, and that's where I want to keep the focus of today's show. Now, with listeners from over 35 different nations, I bring to you this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. This week's Friday Fundamental is unlocking capital. No matter how much money one has, at some point they will run out of their own money to invest in real estate. It happens to everyone, both big-time investors and first-time house hackers. The difference in those who continue to grow their real estate empire and those who don't or can't is the ability to execute creative financing or use other people's money by raising capital. Now today we're going to talk about a unique way to unlock capital you may not know you had. You may have a surprising amount of capital you didn't even realize. This capital is in the form of home equity, or equity from a rental property. Yes, you can unlock this equity and use it to invest in another property. In fact, it's prudent to do so. This process is called a cash-out equity refinance. Let's look at how this works in an example. Let's say you buy a property for $60,000 and put $15,000 down, leaving a principal balance of $45,000. You put some work into the property, and after 3 years, it is now worth $100,000. Your principal balance on this property has been paid down from $45,000 to, let's say, $40,000. You can refinance the property at the new value of $100,000, keeping 20% equity in the property. This leaves you with $80,000 from which you pay off your first loan of the $40,000 and are left with the remaining $40,000 in cash to invest. And just like that, you have unlocked capital that was invisible to you at one point. Now, there are a couple things to consider in this scenario. Your new principal and interest payment will increase due to the increased loan amount. This new mortgage must be supported by rents in order to maintain positive cash flow. Additionally, some of your expenses may increase. You'll need to insure your property for an increased amount, and inevitably, your taxes will increase. So if you're searching for capital for your next deal, it may be right under your nose or your feet, stashed in the walls around you. Unlock your equity and put that money to work for you. That wraps up this week's episode of Friday Fundamentals. I hope you're getting value from this show. If you like this episode and others, please leave a rating and review on whichever platform you're listening on. I'm going to be giving a couple shout outs to some upcoming reviews in near episodes. For more information, resources, and to connect with me, visit www.jacobayers.com. Till next week, signing off, I'm your host, Jacob Ayers.
You've been listening to the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom podcast, providing you actionable content to build your real estate empire. Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for personal advice. The opinions of guests are their own. Information is not guaranteed. All investment strategies have a potential for profit or loss. The host is operating on behalf of the Real Estate Way to Wealth and Freedom, LLC, exclusively.